So these are tomato cuttings, suckers. So I'm just going to give them some fresh water. I'm trying to root them so this summer I can put in a fall planting of tomatoes. And this is my first time doing this.
But you've done tomato cutting rootings before, though, right?
Yes, yes. I tried it last year, but I was too late in the season before doing it. So it did not work well because the growing season wasn't long enough because I started so late. So this time I'm starting early, and I ordered some more seeds that I'd like to try, but they won't be getting here for several weeks yet. So due to the pandemic and whatnot. So I figured I would start some cuttings and root them and get them ready.
Now, are these cuttings from tomatoes that you've had before that you know you like?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All the varieties that I have in here are new.
All of them are new?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have any repeats from last year?
No.
Okay.
No. So it's just one big experiment.
Do we have any from last year? Anywhere?
Well, there are a couple plants in there that I thought I would try again that I did not get good results with last year.
Okay.
So, you know.
But most of it's new?
Yeah.
All 170 plants?
Yes.
Are mostly new?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm trying determinants this year. This is a determinate variety. And to my way of thinking, that's the best variety to go with if you're going to go and try and do a fall planting. So that's what I'm trying this year. I have 2 determinants, the rest are indeterminates, and so far I'm really, really, really liking the determinants.
Because?
Well, one is their fruit set. Most of this row right here is determinants, and look at how many tomatoes are on there. This is determinants. This row is determinants. Now this one is indeterminates. So this row is doing extremely well, this particular variety. But it's a new one for me, and it started off with leaves not looking so good. So I've trimmed them up pretty high, and I don't know whether it's blight or septoria leaf spot or whatever. But it seems to have evened out now, and the fruit set is very good on them. So I will definitely. I had crossed them off my list. I'm putting them back on the list for next year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So basically, the determinants, you believe, are putting out more fruit?
Yes, yes. Now, their growth habit is that they will put out fruit, and then it will all ripen within a period of 2 weeks, maybe 3. Whereas the indeterminants will continue to grow all summer and put out fruit a little at a time. It'll ripen a little at a time. And I'm having a problem with that whole thing because my ceiling is only 7 feet. And I found this out last year, that the indeterminates grew and grew and grew and grew, like the cherry tomatoes are doing up over there. Well, I can't reach that fruit up there, so it's not doing me any good. I'm leaning towards trying more of the determinants. And the seeds that I ordered, I think I ordered 5 different seeds. They're all determinants. So I figured, well, I'll try them for a fall crop, and that'll give me some indication as to whether I like them or not. But this row is determinate, and so is this row, and they're still growing taller than what I would like. I'm looking for the best tomato with the best flavor, with the best fruit set, with the best disease resistance, with the best growing habits. And I'm not sure that even exists.
Well, that's kind of what everybody's going for, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's why I have 15 different varieties here.
Okay.
But they're doing good. I mean, this is a determinate variety, and this was planted later. And look at all the tomatoes on it. I just love it. I mean, if I'm going to grow them, since I grow intensively anyway, I would like the most production with the best performance and the best growing pattern. So I'm leaning more towards the determinants here. And then this way I could put in 2 crops, two plantings,
Right.
2 seasons. So since we have such a long growing season here. But yeah, come take a look. These are determinants. I think that's pretty impressive.
That is a lot.
Hmm?
That is a lot bunched together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the indeterminates are more sort of single groupings.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the determinants do seem like there's more bunches of fruit.
Right. Right.
Like that. Like,
I call that substantial.
yeah. So what's your ratio of determinants to indeterminates this year?
I only have 2 indeterminate varieties.
Oh, okay.
The others are all indeterminates. Most heirlooms are indeterminates, and there are a few that aren't, and they're larger. They're the more beefsteak type tomatoes, which is what that one is there. That's a beefsteak type tomato, which is indeterminate, and this is the most prolific, the most productive out of all of the indeterminates that I have. So, and these poor things are crowded, and
You think?
yeah, I know. I have to fight my way to get down the corridor. So I will definitely go with these and these and these next year. And hopefully the ones that I plant this summer will give me a couple more varieties that I really like. So we'll see. So these are just starting to turn pink now, which I'm excited about. I hope they have a good flavor. It's just one huge guessing game. That's what Juliet's garden is. It's one huge guessing game, one very large experiment on the quest for the perfect tomato for growing down in the low country. Like I say, whether that exists or not, I don't know. But I'll keep trying. So.
What are the dimensions? Do you remember?
Yes, it's about, it's 20 feet across, by about 30 feet, 35 feet. It's under 40.
Okay.
I thought. It's under 40. Maybe 40, but close.
And like 7 feet tall, something like that?
7 feet tall.
So those guys, those cherry tomatoes in the end, are upwards of 8-9 feet now?
Uh-huh. Right, right. And I thought I was doing a good thing by planting all my cherry tomatoes on this first row, the outer wall, and I figured, okay, and if they should grow up on the top, they'll grow over, and I'll just connect them to the first archway. But they're not doing that. They're not cooperating in the slightest. They're growing straight up. I don't know whether to try and put a support piece to connect these two and then try and coax them this way, tie them in place.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's worth it. I don't know. But there's a lot of flowers up there, so it looks like a lot of fruit. But I can't get to it.
Yeah.
I can't get to it. It's not like I can even put a ladder because I made the wondrous decision of putting flower beds at the bottom here on the outer edge. So even with a ladder, I couldn't get to the tomatoes up there. It's a process. It's a learning process. And I find that the string method of growing tomatoes works out very well. I really like that. It's inexpensive once you get everything set up, and it's very easy to take care of.
You want to show how that works?
Oh, okay.
For people who aren't familiar with it?
All right. We can come over here because you can.
Right.
Everybody can see the structure. This is just conduit pipe, and the outer pipes are dug into the ground 3 feet, and then we have the elbows. And the basic plan of growing tomatoes using a string trellis is that you tie a string from the base of the plant up to the support, and then you use tomato clips like this, which support.
So you run a string from the bottom up over the top.
Right.
And back down, and then the clips clip around the tomato itself.
It clips onto the string like this, and then around the stem of the tomato.
And you like that much better than cages?
Oh, yes. Much better than cages, much better than stakes, much better than structures built around one tomato. Yeah. No.
There's also the benefit.
I've done it all, and this, to me, is the easiest method.
It also makes it easy to get wayward tomato suckers and stuff that branch off.
Right.
To prevent them from getting too heavy and splitting.
Yes, like this is a sucker. This is a determinate tomato. But this is a sucker, and it branched off, and it's budding, and you're supposed to leave these suckers on for determinate tomatoes. But this one is getting heavy now, and I will just take a clip, and I could get a clip. Hold on. Okay. And you just put the clip right here in the center, and the clip grips the string, and you come around and you close it like this. And at the end of the season, the clips unpop, so you can take them off and store them for the next season. And you don't have to have a structure such as this. If you only have a few plants, you could have, 2x4s for your uprights and going across, or 2x2s, or whatever you happen to have.
You can do like an A-frame on the end, and then
you can do an A-frame. You can do a T. Have a T like this, and then a T like this on either end, and then a line running across, whether it be pipe or wood, and then just have your strings running down.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went with this because it was quite economical, and we put bird netting on the outside to keep the squirrels out, and we used chicken wire on top so that the squirrels can't get in from the ceiling, from the roof.
So what's your advice for all the young tomato farmers out there trying to grow the perfect tomato?
Oh, just keep trying. And if you find one that you think is perfect, please let me know so I can put it to the test here.